should I be putting on this? Do you remember?
Only a little bit.
A little bit. You don't need to squirt. My name is Devin Taylor, and I'm the main teacher for a science and art program every Monday from 3:15 to 5:15. It's a cooperative between the after-school programs and the Artist Boat, the nonprofit I work for.
These are smaller than the other ones.
Exactly. So like on this drawing, the students I work with are all third graders. I want you guys to use detail. Our main learning goals are to teach about science issues regarding Galveston Bay and ecology of the Texas coast, and we integrate that with a component of public art pieces.
That's one thing that really interested me about the Artist Boat is that part of their mission is to preserve ecosystems while allowing students to express themselves and create art projects and permanent products.
The project was about the ocean and to learn more things about it. So we would be there learning more about the wetlands and about photosynthesis and plants. So we really learned a lot.
That one, what's on jellyfish? And that one up there, what's on turtle?
The students are very proud of their work. They're very interested in their work. They love to show it to others.
That one right there, what's a jellyfish?
And they just beam with pride when they look at it.
Can someone come up and show me the adult butterfly? We'll start from this. So the current project, we're trying to focus on the butterflies of this Southeast Texas region and teach the kids the most basic things about butterflies, starting at the life cycle. Perfect. That's the adult butterfly. And we integrate that with the arts. Now we got the tag up there. Good job, Brenda Lee. The butterfly project that we're working on was developed by Carla Clay, the executive director of Artist Boat.
And they look at their hand. You have to trust your eye to communicate with your hand. So see if...
And we've been working continually on a mosaic. We've been doing this for now 9 weeks, and the final result of this is going to be a 4 by 8 foot mosaic of butterflies. So we talked about the eggs, and where did we say the best place that would probably be to lay the eggs, that would be a safe place to lay them? What's an example? Destiny?
Under the leaves.
And why would it be a safe place to lay eggs? What else, Destiny?
So they won't get eaten by...
Eaten. And what would be what do we call those things that eat them?
Spiders.
Spiders? And what's the big name for all the things that...
Hawks.
There's a big name that starts with the P. Everett?
Predators.
Predators. That was the word I was trying to get. Well, today's lesson, we reviewed the life cycle of butterflies. Beautiful eggs. After that, we went over some of the basics of how butterflies and their larvae eat and the importances of their food flowers, which is another important part of the life cycle. What do adult butterflies, what's one of their main food sources called? Oscar?
Nectar.
Nectar. Does anybody have any idea what nectar is or where it comes from?
It's
Angela?
From flower.
From flowers? Exactly. Can you describe nectar in any way?
It's like sweet to them or something?
It's sweet. It's actually a sugary water that's produced by flowers. How do butterflies actually get this nectar? Jonathan? Their tongue? Is there another word for the tongue? They have something that's like a tongue, but have you heard the word proboscis? Do you remember that now if I say the word? We use a certain thing similar to take in drinks that's just like a proboscis. Angelo?
Mouth?
No, it's something you put in your mouth to take in liquids sometimes from a soda can. Alyssa?
A straw?
Exactly. All right, we're going to try to look at a proboscis, and everybody's going to get a chance. I'm going to move around slowly so you can all see it. And so we always try to have some sort of real-life experience with the actual organisms we're teaching about. For the butterfly class, it seems essential you raise butterflies. Remember when we talked about butterflies and what's on the surface of their wings that we have to be careful with?
Scales.
Scales. So whenever you handle butterflies, you have to be careful. And you can't really see the proboscis right now, but if I take this pin, that's the proboscis. And it can actually curl that up. And I think by having the hands-on experience, by showing the actual proboscis, it really elevates the learning experience. to feed on different flowers, different butterflies have evolved to have different length proboscises. Where does this nectar come from in a flower? Let's look at the board a little bit. If they're using that proboscis to take up a fluid, and if you look at this flower for a second, where do you think nectar would gather somewhere in that flower?
At the bottom?
So put it next where you think it is. That's a really good guess. Questions? You guys have questions while we're looking at the flowers? We're going to actually make clay representations of plants and flowers that butterflies eat. So we're going to do the similar sort of clay work, making the relief clay pieces right now. And each of you guys is going to pick a different plant to make. We followed with the art component. The kids made actual reliefs of larval or adult food plants. That's just another way to push it a little further for them to think about what they're doing. Just think about that plants are involved in the butterfly life cycle.
I want to do that one instead. Let's blue this.
Here, you take Devin's
Oh,
chair.
that should be easy.
So all you have to do is add more.
I want to do this one. No, man, I was so close.
You think these ones look a little different from that? Do you think you could show, what would you say is different from the shape of that to the shape of that?
That one's brown.
This is yours, Oscar.
Yeah.
Do you need it?
The art component's more intensive because every kid's having to participate, so you get to see who's having trouble. Oh, that's good. So you had the good shape. You got a flower in there, and you've got the stem, but now I think you need to look at the patterns of the actual leaves, those leaves there. To produce accurate art, I'd want the proportions to be right. If the kids are doing art that's based on something real, the idea is to have the kids seeing what's right in front of them. Celeste, that's looking good. I think by bringing kids more aware visually to that sort of accuracy, you bring their focus in, and it can immensely affect your scientific abilities and awareness. You got to put the purple flower in. Oh, there's more clay. Look right here. And all you have to do is cut out a little sliver like this.
Mr. Devin, he teaches us how to do clay, and he teaches us about butterflies. The clay helps you understand what the butterflies look like because you're making it and what exactly is in them that you can learn about.
You guys?
You have to glue some leaves.
I think that my students deserve every opportunity, and what I want is for them to have a really solid foundation when they're doing, biochemistry and botany. I mean, they'll have all this that they can build onto.
I feel great because I can have fun and I can enjoy the work I'm doing while I'm also learning about butterflies. So I'm doing 2 things at a time.
After we glaze them, we call that glazing them and painting them. After that's done, we're going to be able to put the mosaic together just like the one that you have outside. So you guys have worked real hard, and I see some nice flowers being made. How's everybody doing? Ooh, that's a real nice job, Everett.